Uh, okay, so we are live again. Just okay. So I know. So Randy and Mysterious. I know that you guys said that you were on the chat, but I for some reason I couldn't see your guys' names. So that's why I just thought like, okay, I guess nobody, I guess some people are watching, but nobody's commenting. So I don't know, perhaps maybe now you can like show something and maybe I'll see it. Uh, hmm. Yeah, because like I only see my name on there. I don't see anybody else's. Um, okay, well, yeah, usually with these live streams, I don't really have anything to do or say. I just kind of just go off the top. I just want to thank you guys all for your support. Uh, I really appreciate it. You have no idea how much it means. Oh, okay, now I can see you guys. Hey, Randy. Yeah, I really appreciate all you guys, man. Um, you know, I don't really care about. I mean, like it's like I do care about the subscribers that I get because I really want to try to go into business for myself and like on one hand, I'm willing to do whatever it takes if I. Oh, yeah, Randy. It's a funny story because me and my dad. If you want to go and look up some old videos, like when I was like really young. You can look up Detox Gaskell on YouTube. Um, it's a channel that me and my dad used to do. We don't really do it so much anymore. He kind of stopped doing all that. It was, I don't know, it was just basically where I just made like a bunch of random videos. Sometimes I play with my action figures. Sometimes I would do impressions or and to be fair, a lot of them when at least when I look back on them, I just look at them like, oh my god, yeah, why did I do that? Like that was so. It's not like it was like really like inappropriate or whatever, but it was like, oh my god, it's so bad. It's like it's not like I'm glad if people find those videos entertaining. Me personally, I just look back at them and I'm just like, ugh, they just come off like so embarrassing in my opinion. Even though like I was really young at the time and I was just kind of screwing around, having fun. It's no different than like what kids were doing back in the day, and heck, what I was kind of doing. Even though I'd never really had like a camera that I put like a bunch of videos on. Anytime I got my hand, yeah, I know. Anytime I had my hands on a camera, though, whether it was like a camcorder, yeah, I know. Yeah, I was born in 2000, but yes, I do remember VHS camcorders. But these weren't like the big blocky ones, though. This wasn't like the RCA. Now, that's old school. That's a little bit, that's definitely before my time. My time was more like the Sharp camcorder. So it was kind of about this size. And you had like the camera over here, and you got like a little button here. You want to zoom in, you want to zoom out. So anytime I got my hands on a camera, I would just go ahead and video anything. So that's basically what I was doing. Um, it also has like some things that I was doing at school, like this 5-star program. Hey, really mysterious, how you doing, man? Uh it's yeah. So we just kind of, so yeah, that was I don't know what it basically was. I guess it was basically kind of like a youth mentorship. Um, like it talked about like a lot of things, like being positive, don't label yourself. Um, really, I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't really know how to do that yet. Um, maybe you can teach me how, because like I said to Randy, I'm still kind of new to this. Um, so I don't really know how to do that. Um, do you guys know how to do that? Because I don't. I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to learn all this. Me and really mysterious watching Ranch in a Cell. What is it with you guys in Ranch? Jeez. Like I know I never got into that. I was always more of a barbecue sauce, nacho cheese kind of guy. Um, I'm very plain. Oh, okay, all right. Um, oh, okay, all right. Now I get it. Thank you, Randy Viper. I almost said really Viper. Thank you, Randy Viper. And now you guys are moderators for my channel. Yay! Yeah, I just don't get the appeal of ranch, man. Like, then again, I didn't really get the I didn't I didn't really get the appeal of ketchup too, and I still don't really. When I was a kid, I would honestly get like open YouTube from the left, click settings, community from the automated filters tab, click in the moderators box, type the name of them. Yeah, I already made you guys moderators though, so I think you're good. If not, um, then I'll try to fix that again. You gave him the hard process. It's okay. I appreciate both your guys' help. Uh, so previously, I was just kind of showing around my collection. Like, there's the Hulk DVD. If anybody remembers that with Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly's, you met Fiercely on Gargy's show, Chris? Um, I think so. That was a lot of fun, though. I really did like being on Gargus' stream. That was kind of the first time that I felt like me just kind of going crazy with my impressions wasn't, too far off. Because I felt like um, when, that's cool. Because I felt like when I was on other shows or I'm on other calls, it kind of took away from, the flow. um, which and that's the last thing that I want to do to like anybody's channel. Thank you very much. That's the last thing that I want to do. Um, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Um, you guys have any comments anything you want to talk about? Again, you guys are obviously in the top chat, so let me know. I'll just Cronin had you on, so you are a star now when you make it onto the big show. Well, it's the big show, really mysterious. Huh? Who's my favorite current wrestler? Yeah, that's a good question. Um, I don't really know. I I will say this. I'm a longtime wrestling fan. I mean, it's been my passion for so many years since I was like a little kid. Like I was almost to the point where that's all I talked about was wrestling. You think that all I talk about is wrestling now? Just think back to when I was. Just be glad you didn't know me as like a little kid, and where all I did was just talk about wrestling. Everything had to be about wrestling. I don't know how to choose as my favorite. Nobody entices me. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll say this. I am a big WWE fan, but I'm not big enough of a fan where I can say that Raw and SmackDown are still great, and I still like to watch them every day. I mean, I I like when like I do like thinking about, okay, cool, Monday is when Monday Night Raw is on, and Friday is when Friday Night SmackDown and AEW are on. But then I go ahead and I watch it, and then I'm just like a vampire, and it's like, no. Yeah, SmackDown is good with Roman Reigns. I'm really surprised that Roman's come a long way, man. He went from, you are a sniveling piece of suffering succotash, son, to all of a sudden, kind of like cutting good promos and having good matches. So, yeah, I do agree. I do believe that Roman has changed for the better. Uh, I don't know why that Chihuahua Rey Mysterio is in the picture. Um, I don't know either. It's been a while. I know that Rey Mysterio and Dominic were going up against the Usos in one tag match a while back. Speaking of which, who's going to be watching that Hell in a Cell pay per view? Hmm. That cover, man. That cover was so. And look at that. Just look at that cover. That cover was so bad. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not. I can't. I can't with that, man. I can't with that. Where Bobby Lashley is like, he has like the glasses and it's like Hell in a Cell. It's like, really? And he got a bunch of red around him. Where's the creativity in that? It's not. It's not, man. Um, yeah, man. I'm probably just gonna stick to watching older wrestling, and not even really from my time, like Ruthless Aggression era, like a little bit of that. But I'm talking like even before like the Attitude Era. I'm talking about like classic wrestling, like guys that we never grew up with, guys like the Von Erichs. There was do you watch the Batista shoot / mini documentary on John Cena? No, I haven't. Is that the one where Chris Van Vliet interviews him? No, Randy, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, man. Um, hey, and speaking of really mysterious, seeing how, well, I mean, you're Canadian, I'm Canadian at heart, so I figured, we'd both enjoy this. So, this is probably one of my favorite DVDs, The Hard Knocks, the Chris Benoit story. Yes, go ahead, make all your jokes you want. Okay, thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I usually would say like my favorite AEW wrestler is John Mock. I can't stand Chris Benoit's Canadian. Yes, he is. Flair, Benoit. Well, yeah, was. Stone Cold, Dynamite Kid, Ricky Steamboat. Yeah, I really want to check out Dynamite Kid's matches. Like, wow, it's amazing just how much he really just he not only took off, but like literally, it's like he took off and he took off. Like I can't even be that tough, man. Like just to dive through the ropes like that and just take all that punishment. Oh yeah, Batista was good. You know, funny story. My Yeah, that's a good theme. One time, me, my aunt, and my cousins, we were all at a wrestling event, and Chris Jericho was there, and my aunt decided to, just give a little tap on the rear of her because that's how much she loved Jericho, and Jericho was like. And for some reason, I just wondered to myself if he even still remembers that. I don't even know. But that's a good list though. Mysterious, Flair, Benoit, Mr. Perfect, Stone Cold, Dynamite Kid, Ricky Steamboat, Bret Hart, Piper, and the Steiner Brothers. Yeah, that was when. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, Randy Viper, because that's actually my favorite Spider-Man. Yeah, Jericho was good. I liked him. He had great matches with Chris and Eddie and Mysterio in WCW. It was it was Jimmy Snuka and Don Morocco, where Gorilla Monsoon made that. Um, I don't know. I don't know, Randy. It's been a while since I've seen it. I don't hate it though. Um, I mean, I guess it's fun to hate. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like Batman and Robin. Maybe it's so bad it's good. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like a move, like where he's just kind of just going like this. Like all of a sudden he starts dancing, even though, isn't it funny how we say that Spider-Man 3 is like like Spider-Man in general is too corny, even though it's like a story about a kid who gets bitten by a radioactive spider and he becomes not only half man, half spider, but he can literally shoot web out and he can just go all around the city. The WCW was good before that NWO crap, which ruined it for me. You and Jim Cornette would both be on the same page with that one. You think Spider-Man 3 was better than 2? Well, just know this, my friend. On this stream, we don't we're hardcore fans, but we're also respectful of one another. And actually, and whereas somebody would be like, Randy, you have no idea what you're talking about, man. Spider-Man 3 is better than 2. I think that's actually cool. I think that's cool that you have a different view and that you think, that Spider-Man 3 is better than 2, because not a whole lot of people think that way. It's really unique, in my opinion. Uh, Speaking of Spider-Man, I know I've shown this before, but here's my DVD of it. What's my ranking of Spider-Man? Huh. Well, I'm probably gonna watch the second one tonight. I mean, I have seen it. It's just been a long time, but I do like the first one because it's just got like, I mean, it's got Macho Man Randy Savage in it. I mean, what else do you want? And Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin. How else can you go? How can you go wrong with a movie like that? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. You guys have to look for Flair's early 1980s matches on YouTube. They were amazing. His matches against Piper and Steamboat are classics. Yes. In fact, there was one that was in particularly in the Greatest Stars of the 80s DVD that I thought was an excellent match. It was the Chi-Town Rumble back in 89. Flair and Steamboat. Unfortunately, I'm not into superhero movies. Not my thing. Although I did watch Superman vs. Batman. Now, when you say Superman vs. Batman, we're obviously talking not about the Zack Snyder movie, right? Are we talking about because there was that, there was a 1997 animated version. Dude, hands down. I don't know what it is. For some reason, redheads I think are hotter. I don't know why. I don't know why. What would you go for? What would you go for? Flair had a great physique early in his career. Well, I mean, he was trained by Verne Gagne, and you ask him, you ask Steamboat, you ask anybody that was trained by Verne, they'll tell you, man, that he pushed you. I mean, the one from about 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember that one. I only remember hearing about Batman v Superman, and then there was Superman versus Batman in 1997. That's all I remember. So you go for Stacy, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, I know how you are about J-Lo. And hey, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Good singer. She's hot. Yeah, that is interesting that he somehow managed to get back with her again. Oh, hey, Real Mysterious. I know you you like this. See, there's Flair, Ultimate Ric Flair collection, and 'Cause Stone Cold Said So. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. Really Mysterious. Oh, and I also got Really Mysterious. Did you see those DVDs? I remember you said you liked Bret Hart, Stone Cold, and Ric Flair. So these are the three DVDs that I have. There's Bret, there's Ric Flair, and there's Stone Cold. Yep. But yes, Mysterious. I know you're all about Stacy Keibler, Sasha Banks, and AJ Lee. Yeah, Randy, I agree. Well, as so many people still continue to tell me, hey Chris, how old are you? Well, I'm 20 going on 21 in September, and I was born September 28th, 2000, and apparently around that same time there was SmackDown was on UPN, and there was a tag team match with Benoit and Angle versus Triple H and The Rock. Um, I was diagnosed with autism around the first grade. Drink it in, man. Yeah, I'm drinking it in. And beyond wrestling, I love movies, as you could tell. I love movies. Around middle school, I started reviewing movies on like my Google Docs, um, because around that time, instead of tablets, we had Chromebooks. So we so I would just and I was a really big fan. I still am of like the Angry Video Game Nerd. So I watched him a lot and the Nostalgia Critic, and they just talked all these movies and games, and it was really funny to me. So I figured, I really want to be like those guys. Never change it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Thank you, Randy. Really appreciate it, man. Um, hmm, brother. Uh, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Um, my dad's worked at Taco Bell for 26 years now. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it was fun. It's definitely been like my, oh, thank you, really mysterious. Really appreciate it, bud. Hey, if you want, I also still have some VHS tapes. Here's some I just still happen to have. There's White Man Can't Jump. There's the Karate Kid, which, as I told Really Mysterious, I'm doing karate practice, and there's Chinatown. Doing karate practice, and that's been really interesting, um, because it's not at all like I thought it was going to be. Easily the Shawshank Redemption. It's not at all like what I thought it was going to be. He, my sensei is far from like he's not a really strict guy. Like now he, on the other hand, he grew up he went to a really strict class. No, I haven't seen that, but I've heard of it though. Um, he wasn't like I thought it was gonna be like Cobra Kai. It was gonna be like Cobra Kai. He was gonna just, but that's basically what he trained in. Like he trained in like you had to wear the robe every day. You didn't have, oh, that's awesome. You didn't have like a rubbery mat. You had like a hard wooden floor, and you had to fall on that. And yeah, they were all about showing no mercy. Whereas now he's a more like he he obviously he does the opposite of that. Like he's just a really caring guy. It's all good, man. My dad honestly doesn't know what his favorite movie is, and he hates watching movies more than once, especially if they're movies that he's seen like 20 to 30 years ago. He definitely doesn't have like the nostalgia vibe that I do. It's like it's like we're obviously different ages, but it's like we're technically the same, we're technically the different ages, but our roles are reversed. It's like I have the older taste, he has the newer taste, at least in movies and stuff. You have to see the original Bad News Bears. I have seen that once. but yeah, it was really cool to be in that karate, um, be in karate training. Not only just for the self defense, but because the guy's just really just a really cool guy. He he's able to have fun and also like help train you. And I don't know why, but I really liked how when I was kind of talking about like how okay, so this guy's got me in a headlock. No, I heard about it though. I know that there was like a stuntman that ended up dying, and something about Patrick Mahomes and another football player were going to be on the next Madden cover. Um, okay, so if I could just here's what I'm going to say. Uh, I wrestled in high school and ran track and cross country. What about you guys? No, no, I didn't wrestle in high school. I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it. And I never ran track and or cross country. I know there were people that did, but I didn't do that. It was hentai. Ugh. Yeah, a friend showed me that one time, and I was just like, why? I mean, to each is their own. I mean, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but I don't really get that. I'm not a very, I'm a very traditional person. I'll say that. I'm not really into super unique stuff. Let's say. So, if I can just tell my story, um, I remember I was in karate and I was kind of saying like, okay, so like, is it possible to like, kind of, just kind of go like this, kind of pull back on the neck a bit, while like you kind of like have your whole weight on like the back, and you kind of pull back, so like a camel clutch. We learned rugby in school one year in physical education. I think grade 10 or 11. I've heard of rugby, and I think I played it one time in gym class. But the coolest thing about the karate practice is that I was he said, okay, we're going to do a headlock. And I immediately, you see this? I immediately went like this. And he was like, oh, wow, that's really good. I was like, it is? Well, I was thinking in my mind, like, it is? Because I just saw this on wrestling. I know that when you're in wrestling, you go like this, Ugh. Like, you see that S grip right there? It's like, this is the S grip, and this is the gable grip. You see that? This is the gable grip. This is an S grip. You guys seeing this? Even though the S grip is is more is more it's just more comfortable than like the gable grip. Even though like the gable grip just to me looks a little bit more professional, but I prefer more of the S grip. And he really liked that. And so I just thought it was cool to like, wow, like for once somebody, you know, appreciates something that for I did for wrestling. Well, I didn't do that. I did something that I learned from wrestling. is actually complimented by somebody outside of wrestling, which is a rare thing because I was always made fun of for that. No, you like wrestling? Oh, it's fake. It's gay porn. It's a bunch of dudes in tights. And, I didn't want to do it, and I didn't go back after the first day. Oh. Yeah, for some reason when I was thinking that, I was thinking like Chad Gable, but that's also me. I'm also I'm full of puns and a lot of corny jokes. I remember that Randy. Hard to learn when we all know the American football rules are right. Does karate have submission holds too? Um, yes, yes, it does. My mate choked me out of nowhere. My throat was gone. Eesh. Ouch. Uh, Who remembers when hey Randy Viper, maybe I should also show you if you want to see somebody get choked out. I'm not talking about UFC. There's a video, a classic video, where Richard Belzer um, he gets put into he Hogan just puts him like in a regular headlock, right? So and but he's got him locked in so tight that before you know it, he literally fell and he hit his head. And then Mr. T was like, "He's just sleeping." No, he wasn't. I much prefer UFC to wrestling, but I love watching Olympic wrestling. So really mysterious. Did you watch the 1996 Olympics where Kurt Angle won a gold medal? If anybody wants to follow on with that in the chat, won a gold medal with. Yeah, that's why. That's right, Randy. That's why I don't really do anything super crazy. Um, like me and my cousins sometimes, like when we would have wrestling matches, we were very stiff. Like we wouldn't really punch each other, but there definitely were some moments where like where he would just like get me in like a submission hold, and it's just like oh yeah, and I would just, and I just try to just kind of just flail around, but like when I'm alone, I don't really try to. But yeah, I've never really tried to do anything. I'm probably the when I grew older, I realized how messed up the things I did back then. Well, I mean, hey, as long as you guys were having fun, and I mean, I think you could still do it. Just be safe. Don't actually, choke out your. Don't actually choke him out. Work it like they do in wrestling. Work the hold. My friend and I learned the figure four, and when you counter it by turning over, you can really hurt someone. Yeah, Bret Hart used to put kids in the sharpshooter back when he was a kid. Whenever they said wrestling was fake, and even put him in the Boston Crab. Oh no, we weren't having fun. It was real fights, but hey, I never injured him. Oh, um, oh, okay. Well, now that's different. I don't know, man. I don't know. So as far as look at this. It's John Cena and Method Man. And then Christian and Trish. Before the WWE Network, WWE 24/7. Well, obviously, I like to collect and I like to draw, which I will probably show some drawings in the future. And yeah, that's one of the main things I like to do. In fact, I think I'll even show you a drawing. Give me a minute. First of all, no, like I said, I mean, I was thinking about it, but then I realized I am way too corny to help anybody. Huh. I don't know. I've always wanted to know that. But here's one of my drawings. Of course, rest in peace to Jerome Young, aka New Jack. See, there's New Jack, and there's the Sandman. Which I actually showed on Twitter of this picture, and Francine from WWE gave a like to it. So that was really cool. As you can see, like, here's right here. ECW. What about you, Randy? What are some of your hobbies, man? Why am I not surprised? Really mysterious. Why am I not surprised? You know who I think could have been a great Two-Face the more I look at this cover? Definitely Mr. McMahon. Like, doesn't that look like what could have been like one of the best Two-Face characters of all time? I like porn too, sports, working out, watching more porn. Uh, good for you, my friend. Good for you. Um, this is one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, easily. Oh, here's one. Here's a cool DVD here. Um, that's a good question. It's probably a tie-up to me between WrestleMania theme song. I'm gonna have to give to WrestleMania 17. Yeah. And if you one thing you want to know about me, I am a fan of Limp Bizkit. I am. Even now in 2021, I do like listening to his music. But which WrestleMania had the best stage? It's a tie-up between either WrestleMania 18 or WrestleMania 20. Either that or WrestleMania 18. Those three are probably my favorite WrestleMania stages. But I probably have to say WrestleMania 19. No, actually, it was WrestleMania 20 in my personal opinion. I don't know. They were, well, I work out a bit, not as much as I used to. Also run. No, I didn't really. I mean, they were good, but I can't say that I really liked them. Love the outdoors, so lots of camping, hiking, fishing, and markets, and watching documentaries. Oh, I like watching documentaries too. Do you have any in particular? My favorite documentary is one called Blackfish. I know some people. I saw the WrestleMania in Toronto where Warrior beat Hogan. Wow, that was a good match. That was a good match. And I'm not even that big of an Ultimate Warrior fan, but I do like that match. And I know that Edge, he was also at that Skydome wearing a Hulk Hogan T-shirt. In fact, if you if you go to the special features on the WrestleMania 18 DVD, Edge will tell you where he was in the stand and how old he was when he first saw Hogan and Warrior at WrestleMania 6, and then it shows the match. And of course, you have Hogan and Rock. Icon versus icon. And speaking of Ric Flair, I was playing SmackDown Shut Your Mouth on the PlayStation 2, and I did an Iron Man match with it was like a 7 minute Iron Man match. I was Ric Flair going up against Shawn Michaels. And the craziest thing about it is that, are you studying, working, etc.? Well, the guy that is supposed to help me with doing jobs and stuff hasn't been responding in a while. Like I know a while back he said he got injured during practice, so he's so I don't know when he's coming back, but this is based but for now this is kind of like what I'm trying to do is just build up my channel until I can find there and wait until I can uh, work with him again, and then get a job from there. Even though personally, even though it's also kind of which is not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just something that's also just kind of a touchy subject for me because you know you just you just sometimes get to those points where you feel like you know like if I'm not doing this, am I like what am I doing with my life? All you're doing is just goofing around. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Thanks, man. But it's okay. It's all right. That's the last thing that I want to do. Um, is turn things into, because I love all you guys. I don't have any problems with anybody, and even for people that do have problems with me, I just I still wish them well, and no matter how frustrated I can be sometimes, and it's not because I'm better. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. But like I don't know. I just feel like I've hated enough in my life. I've hated enough. I've judged enough, and I can't just go ahead and put somebody on blast or whatever. I'm not the kind of person that, because somebody didn't agree with what I said, or I'm gonna hate them for life, or I'm gonna go on a live stream and I'm gonna say, well, this guy said this guy said that. It's just not my thing, man. Docs I watch are mostly nature, global warming, water shortages, outer space. Thanks, Mysterious. Really appreciate it, man. You really are like you guys are all kind of like, brothers and sisters to me, but you especially, Mysterious, you're definitely, like a big brother to me. That's what a lot of my teachers said. They also said that I gotta stop beating myself up so much, and and it's which obviously, is is not an excuse, but I guess it really stems from, I just always had this sense of, just being like a perfectionist. I guess maybe that's also why I relate to guys like Chris, for example. Even though I was never really the quiet kid, I was always very quick to just want everything to go exactly the way I wanted it to. And if it didn't, I just immediately I just became my own worst enemy. Yeah, especially when I feel like I've let somebody down. And I just need a breath. Um, these are some of the other VHS I have. Yeah, I'm just showing my shape, my shape. I'm showing my shape, my tape collection. Yes, I have seen Stone Cold E.T. There's Back to the Future. Well, really, Mysterious, I always appreciate that. I always not only appreciate compliments from you guys, but I always appreciate, you know, when I specifically just make somebody feel better, because that's what I really care about. I mean, because even though that's something that I also kind of need to work on, like I guess I really do just kind of need to like balance that out, because sometimes I feel like I'm glad that I help out others. It's almost like my guidance counselor, Mr. Davis, said. If you give so much oxygen to everybody else, and you can barely breathe, how are you going to be able to save everybody else? But for as much as I do kind of, kind of leave myself hanging, I really just, I really do just find something special in being able to make others feel better than making myself feel better, which sometimes that can be a curse, but in other ways, when I'm making somebody else feel better, I feel better. Um, Here's the Empire Strikes Back, the special edition. VHSs you still have. Hollywood Video this is from. Yeah, I've seen that show. I've seen Hot Wings. Have you guys seen I think yeah, he was on there, and Stone Cold, and Gabriel Iglesias, and Tom Segura, and Kevin Hart. Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. No, I'm good. Yes. All right. Yeah. Hugh Jackman is a good actor. Yeah, with Shaq. Shaq, he was also on Shark Week for a minute. Like at first he was terrified, but then by the end he was like, "I like sharks." So good for Mr. Shaq. Always a good one. Oh, speaking of Undertaker, of course, this is where he made his return. Somebody talking about me. Somebody talking about Charles Barkley. Sir Charles Barkley. Oh, Mr. Wonderful. For some reason, when you said Mr. Wonderful, I was thinking Paul Orndorff. But you see, that's what happens when you become a huge, like, a big time wrestling fan. Like almost everything becomes wrestling. You say Mr. Wonderful, you say this guy, I say Paul Orndorff. Okay, Randy Viper, it was great seeing you, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it's 12:16 p.m. down here in old Indiana. Thank you, Randy. Always great to see, like anybody on here. Hmm. What to do? What to do? Oh, well, this is like one of my first hockey games I played on the Xbox. It's actually a lot of fun. I know like not a lot of people. Russian Chu is on. Yep, I knew that. So was Justin Bailey. Do you remember this game, Mysterious? I also have I have oh, okay, you're not a big gamer. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna show off some of my games. Here's Madden 2004, Michael Vick on the cover, and it's okay. You don't have to be sorry about it. It's all good. You just think different. You just do things differently. Well, this is probably one of the. I used to love playing pool and snooker. Pool and soccer, are you saying? Or is this like a Canadian thing? I mean, I'm a Canadian at heart, but I'm not like a Canadian. Oh, well, thanks, really mysterious. What's. I'm sorry, what is. Is that a word? Snooker or soccer? Like, I see pool, I see bowling. What's. Is snooker a sport? Right. Okay. All right, I got you. Never heard of that. Uh, get the Shawn Michaels story here. There's Shawn when he was in the Midnight Rockers. There's Shawn and Brett. Shawn winning the title, I believe that was in an In Your House pay per view. And then, of course, there's when he became the world champion after beating Bret Hart in an Iron Man match. And there's Shawn Michaels. He's just diving off. He's just diving right off that little swirl. He's off the swirl. I will send you the link. Okay, well, I will check out. Well then, we'll check out this snooker. It's gonna be a bloody good time. Oh, and here's my. uh, I've heard Getting Cornered, and here's my Undertaker DVD. But yeah, Mysterious. I've heard of Getting Cornered, but Snookered. No. I'm sorry. I never heard that. That's definitely. I guess that's more of a British thing than it is an American thing. My, are we awfully stimulated today? But that is how we do on this live stream. There are no limits, and we are not timid. You want to know what I think? Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot to. It doesn't take a whole lot to make me smile. Though there are sometimes, like where when somebody says something like really messed up, and it's like, but I'm glad you made. But when it's things like that, yeah, they make me smile, and I appreciate that. My thoughts on the mighty bullfrog. I, I, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. That guy was. I don't know what to say other than that. I hope he gets help. I don't know, somehow, some way. Even though there probably isn't even a chance, but like maybe that's just the. Maybe once or twice, and I don't know. He was just being so weird, and I remember he was saying like he was trying to hit on Shell, and I don't know. I don't really care for that guy. If I'm being honest with you. Okay. Whatever. I mean, hey, whatever you're into, you're into. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I struggle. I mean, I struggle with that too. Um, but it was. I don't know. It was again. I don't look. I don't have a problem. Look, if you guys are really into him, you're really into. It's okay. It's cool. Again, I have no problem with what who anybody likes or what anybody does. I personally never really talked to him too much, and I don't know. I just don't really. If I'm being honest, but this is not like I'm not trying to like you guys get what I'm saying, right? You know I'm not trying to be like hard. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I don't even really know what to think about him. Okay. Yeah, good. Well, I mean, like, good as in, like, like, yeah. I think, maybe it's time to like go ahead and change subject. Yes, Drew. Drew. I like. Well, I mean, and even when I get like upset, or don't really, thank you. Even when I'm upset and I really come off, in my mind, like I hate them, I always kind of look back and I'm just like, is it really worth it? And like, what do I really get out of that? It's not worth it. It's not worth it to them. It's not worth it to me. Yeah. So going back to Drew, my favorite part was probably when him and TSS was making that one video where Drew just kind of unleashed his inner Rod Serling and just had that exact same emotion that Rod had in the Twilight Zone, which is one of my favorite shows. I think it's a classic. I don't know if anybody here has watched the Twilight Zone, but it's obviously it's a great series. Very intelligent, very ahead of its time, and it's obviously not scary, especially by today's standards, but it is creepy at times. Oh, you gotta see it, man. I mean, even like if you come across some clips, however you can watch the show, watch the show. I promise you'll like it. Even if it doesn't scare you, it'll at least make you think. It's very intellectual, very philosophical in a way. I'll send you the link of the theme. Hey, speaking of June, it's about to be July in a while. So here's the Great American Bash. There's Tori Wilson. Yeah, look at these amazing matches that they have. They have my favorite match of all time, Billy Gunn versus Kenzo Suzuki, and my second favorite, Hardcore Holly versus Mordecai, and Charlie Haas versus Luther Reigns. I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep it with a straight face. What were they thinking when they made that pay-per-view, man? Billy Gunn and Kenzo Suzuki, and then Hardcore Holly and Mordecai and Charlie Haas versus Luther Reigns. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, apparently there was a banned Walmart cover of the Great American Bash. And yeah, but did you guys know that there was like a banned version of this apparently? It's not like, she's like, it's like naked or anything. So like I don't even get why it's even banned to begin with. But apparently it was enough to get Mordecai and Rigby. I love that show, regular show. Whoa! Oh, who remembers this pay-per-view? Taboo Tuesday. When you could vote on your favorite matches, even though you know, Randy, just just try to be yourself. Definitely don't come off too strong. Um, just yeah, just be her. Just like kind of like what my dad said. Just try to be her friend, and don't and try to not let her notice that you're into her. Let her be into you, and that's the best advice I got. I mean, I mean, believe me, I'm not really the kind of guy to, have that kind of good advice. I mean, maybe really mysterious can help you, but I mean, he's seen action. I've not. Even though I'm not really, if I'm being serious, not serious. If I'm being honest, I don't really have a problem with that. Like, everybody kind of looks at, you know, not have that knowing, like, being at a specific age and not having sex is like, I mean, like, it's funny in comedy movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, don't joke about it, but obviously in reality, though, I don't think it's really that much of a problem or that bad of just, still kind of, being a virgin and all. So, just try and be your. So I guess, I mean, all I can say is just try and be yourself. I, I mean, I'm really sorry. I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, I was never really, the. I don't know. Just try to be yourself and don't let on that you like her. I mean, obviously, don't come off like a hate. Just don't make it so obvious that you like her, or try to joke around with her. I mean, that's just something I've heard many, many times. So, I mean, and I mean, I'm honestly not really even into like, the whole relationship thing in general. Like, I mean, hey, like I said, this is uncut, this is uncensored, yeah, I mean, and this is just me kind of being honest and just saying what's on my mind and who I am. But as much as I've talked to girls and I've wanted to be in a relationship, I'm honestly just kind of fine just being, just with family and friends and just sort of being not in a relationship, to be honest. Like, I know I make jokes about, no, I don't really believe in like any form of relationship to be, well, it's just not really for me. I don't know, maybe it's because, I'm still young and I'm a virgin, which I know I'm kind of, that's so funny, Randy, because there actually was a girl that I did like. Well, ironically, I couldn't stand in middle school. I couldn't stand her. She was so annoying. She never would leave me alone. And I was always like, why is this girl always bothering me? Yeah, absolutely. Um, So like back to my story, I was like, oh my god, this girl is bothering me. She won't leave me alone. And all of a sudden, and it's like, okay, so and then by the time I moved back home, I'm all of a sudden, just kind of just. But yeah, as time went on, I just kept thinking about her, and funny enough, she was a redhead. Again, I don't know what it is with me and redheads. It's just something about them, man. I don't know. Like I just couldn't stop thinking about her. And I just started thinking, like, man, like I really wanted to. I really just want to get with this. I want to get with this girl. I want to just have like a life with her. Even though like I'm back home and she's all the way back where I used to live. And I kid you not, when I met her on Facebook again, because I was just kind of going through my old yearbooks, believe it or not, I ended up finding her again on Facebook. And apparently, she was into me. And that was why she wouldn't stop bothering me. So it's crazy because, like, she was bothering me because she was into me, and I would constantly keep thinking about her and like how annoying she is because I actually liked her. But neither of us really wanted to admit it, or we couldn't admit it because both of us, kind of struggled with, talking about specific things. But you know what? It actually feels kind of nice, just to not really even let alone even kind of think about things like sex and relationships and just I don't know, just I guess follow a life of abstinence, I guess. No wait, no, 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 no. That's not it. Well yeah, abstinence. Like just like I've never had any sort of, private moments like that. So I mean I'm fine with just kind of continuing that way. Like it just doesn't feel the same. You guys know what I mean? Like or am I just like or am I just getting too awkward again? You guys still there? Look, I'm sorry if this got weird and I got personal again, and I said some things that I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but I just figured, so you guys get yeah, because like I mean like I don't know, I just don't feel ashamed of like knowing that I didn't like I never had like I never really had like sex or like I never really like I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, here's the here's the Unforgiven DVD. Yeah. See, we were twins at that time. It was like, yeah, I agree, though. You know, you got to stay true to yourself. Did you know that? So on Taboo Tuesday, there is a Christy versus Carmella Pella fight. And I just think that's funny because, like, imagine if that was like Carmella in WWE right now. Instead, it was just like some random woman. But I will say that the World Tag Team Championship match with La Resistance and Edge and Benoit was my favorite match, especially because Edge ended up basically leaving Benoit behind, and Benoit ended up beating up the rest of La Resistance, and he ended up winning and he ended up holding up both the tag team titles. Today at the gym, there was this cute girl with maroon tights that shorted for me once. She kind of kept following me where I worked out, or maybe that was coincidence. Hmm. Well, or as I was gonna talk to her, but then at the last second I bailed out. Wow, as as Hawk would say, wow. If you bailed out at the last second, you should probably go for another try. Or if not, then just be your friend. Oh, what relationship advice? Randy, brother, brother man, you have you don't have to go ahead and say that you're an awkward guy because believe me, aren't we all awkward? Come on, Randy, don't be Randy, you're a cool guy. Okay, no problem. But I just want to say you're not let's say at the end of the day, we're all awkward in some way. None of us are perfect. Even the most perfect people, they're awkward, they have their quirks. We're all human. So you just remember that, man. Anybody remember the Survivor Series? This is probably one of like my favorite wrestling like pay-per-view covers of all time. Like imagine how this would look like if it were turned to an actual comic book. And I'm surprised that they never actually did that. Like this could have been like the next the next Avengers, man. Well, maybe not the next Avengers, but like a WWE spin-off of it. Yeah, yeah, maybe to Miss Elizabeth. Maybe he'll find his next to Miss Elizabeth. Yeah. Is that you, Randy? Are you the Tower of Power that's too sweet to be sour? Hey, speaking of Stone Cold, there he is as Hulk Hogan, and there's Mick Foley, Raven, Paul Heyman when he did that famous shoot. Hey, network! I dare you to throw us off the air. There's Tommy Dreamer and Kimona and Beulah McGillicuddy, Sandman and Nancy Sullivan, who obviously would of course become Nancy Benoit, Bubba Ray and Devon, Taz, Sabu, the BWO, Terry Funk, Rob Van Dam, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and there's Spike Dudley. Well, if you want it, woo! You got it! So you wanted a Ric Flair impression. Well, I'm going to tell you what you got to do. You got to get the Ultimate Ric Flair Collection again. Because you obviously lost it. And if you don't, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to put you in the figure 4 leg lock. Woo! And then I'm going to force you to watch my Car Shield commercials on an infinite loop. Because I am the jet fly, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, Rolex watch wearing, son of a gun. Woo! Because, baby, that's why they call me Slick Rick. I am the best in professional wrestling today. My name is R. No, I can't. My name is RVD. Hey, man, you want to smoke a peace pipe with me? So, was that a good Flair impression? I know that's what you wanted to. That's what you wanted. So, hey, that's what I do. I love to give to the people. Speaking of which, have you watched those Car Shield commercials from Ric Flair? They're goofy, but they are fun and funny. Really mysterious. Okay, so I'm just gonna type to you then. All right. Well, here's another one of my favorite pay-per-views. Backlash 2004. I watched this on VHS. I stayed up past my bedtime just to go ahead and see Benoit win and become the world heavyweight champion in his home of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, despite the fact that he was technically born in Montreal, but nevertheless his hometown in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and it was awesome. They all thought that they were going to screw Benoit just like they did to Bret Hart, but nope, not today. Not today, Hebner. You're not going to screw over another Canadian hero. Okay, so So, really mysterious. Are you still there, bud? I really wanted to know what you thought of my Ric Flair impression, and I apologize if I was a little bit too loud. I mean, I don't really know how else to. There, I'm the best and professional. Like, when I'm doing it like calmer, it doesn't really sound like him, but. Oh, well, thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed my Ric Flair impression. Uh, so I'm glad that you guys all decided to come. Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and hey, we all know what sells. And if you missed it, well, you can tune back in and enjoy that. So you wanted to, hey, sex sells. So you know, that's Trish Stratus. Wait, are you talking about Trish or the Lita and Tori Wilson poster? Uh, well, 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 we had a lot of great laughs. Seem to have had a good time here. There were 3 people and now 2 people that were on the stream. We've been. It's now 1 hour 38 minutes, and I believe this is going to be my 39th video. So I am getting a little bit tired myself. So once again, thank you for liking this. Make sure to comment down below, share, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. Up, and now there's 4 people, and now there's 3 people. Okay, well, you know what? I guess I can go ahead. I can just keep going until like my mom gets here. So if you guys want to go ahead and say something, I mean, hey, whatever's going to get the people going. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I think three is good. 3 is good for now. Oh, and thank you again to whoever to the second person that liked this. Uh, but yeah, I'm getting kind of tired right now. So once again, please. In fact, I'm even gonna make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna make sure to type that down for any of you that are there. For all of you that are just now getting into the stream, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of gonna sign out for now. But don't worry. You can always just watch the stream once it's over, and I will definitely have a live stream coming up again very soon. I want to give a shout out to Really Mysterious and Randy Viper. You guys really helped me. I'm really glad that you guys were here as my moderators and just as as my friends, and you guys just really gave me some good content and some good ideas to work with. Take care, Chris, man. See you. Oh, yeah. And just dropped a new vid now as well. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Okay. Oh, and of course, I cannot forget to give a shout out because, hey, once again, as much as I love helping myself, I love helping out others, even though I'm not that big of a platform. Anyways, obviously the shout outs I want to give out to make sure for you guys to subscribe to J Man's Road Rant, subscribe to J Man, Nikki J Blunts, Frank from the Harsh Truth, Joe Cronin, Countdown Ended, aka Jake DeMarco, and and the Horny Go. Yeah, with Gina J. Please make sure to check out those channels, and because they are worthwhile content. And of course, my good friend, the man himself, Casey, is raw and Gatekeeper Drew. So, if that's all, I'm going to be saying for now. I'm just going to go ahead and type up for you guys to please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And spread the word to all your friends. More streams coming up, and Derail with Drew as well, which I think I already gave a shout out to, but okay, we'll definitely, but once again, Derailed with Drew as well. Because, and I guess it's kind of a blessing and a curse. Like, on one hand, I don't like that my phone doesn't have, keeps on saying, like, I deleted my YouTube, I deleted my Discord, I deleted I deleted everything that I thought, okay, that's taking up a lot of data. So now if I go ahead and take those out, then I can go to my phone, and I can use my smartphone, record my movie reviews, and then send them to YouTube, right? Well, apparently, it's still not enough. So this seems to be, I guess this is going to be the way I'm going to be doing my movie reviews / videos in general. It's all just going to be live stream, and instead of just on my phone. So, once again, that's all I got to say. I'm out. Love you guys very much. And if anybody out there wants to, and if you guys ever want to go ahead and talk about anything, we're always here. And especially if things just aren't going well for you, I don't care what you've done or who you are or how old you are. You could be 50 years old. Well, it doesn't matter. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. You deserve to have somebody that says, hey, you made a mistake. We're not perfect. We're only human. You're all right. I got you. Sometimes it's all we need in life. Thank you.